Some of you may recognize this Johnson 6 horsepower outboard from the video I did called Can AI Fix an Outboard Motor? Well, this motor had a lot of parts on it, and I did what any impatient mechanic would do. I borrowed parts off of this one to fix that other motor, and it worked. I got the other motor running and I got a video out. But now I'm stuck with a parted out junker. The funny thing is, when I originally bought this from Marketplace, I thought I was rescuing it. I had no idea that I would make it worse. So today we'll unlock the mystery of the parts that I removed from this motor and see if we can get it running again. So what I already know is 100% wrong with this motor is it needs new coil packs, spark plugs, thermostat, carburetor kit, a new cutoff button on its handle. The worst part is under the flywheel here where I robbed a lot of parts, and I think I robbed the whole stator plate off here, so I need a whole new one with new ignition parts. And you know, before I get too far into this, and something I should have already done, I don't think I ever checked compression on this motor, so let's do that now and make sure we're not fixing it all up just to find out it doesn't have compression. Whoa. Okay. About 100. All right, here's cylinder number 2. Just about 100 PSI there, maybe 95 instead of 100. We're close. All right, well, 95 PSI on both cylinders. That's awesome. They're real close to each other. On these old Johnsons, that's important, and that'll go up as the engine gets back into service. What you want to be careful with on these old motors is wrenching on stuff real hard and breaking plastic shrouds that are all brittle. So I've learned to be very gentle around these things so you don't go buying parts that weren't broke before you touched them. This motor uses a primer system instead of a regular choke that closes off the air at the carb. This sends extra fuel to the intake for cold starting. Well, and of course it's in the way for me getting the airbox off. Well, I just broke the cam follower because it's plastic, and like what I said just a minute ago, something slipped and just broke it. The carb looked good, but I gave it a good cleaning. This was all pretty simple stuff. I put the nice new coils on and screwed in the new spark plugs. Well, thank God this throttle handle worked and I was able to get it moving again and all back together again. So that one was a lot less trouble than the AI motor, which I really struggled with that throttle for like a whole day. So one cool thing about these new replacement stator plates that you can get off eBay is that they already have a power pack built in, so you no longer need the power pack on the motor with this connector. The new stator plate has connectors that go right to the coils, so it's much more simplified and you don't have that extra part here. All right, so I got the flywheel sort of back on but not torqued yet, and I have the spark plugs out so I can at least check to see if we have spark, and I'll spin that over with my DeWalt, just look at the spark plugs and just do a real quick test. Ouch. We have spark, the carburetor's all cleaned, and I think the only thing left here is to put fuel on this and go take it outside and see if it runs. This motor is very hard to turn, so I'm going to see if we can inject some grease in here and get it working again. Oh yeah. All right, we have our fuel on, we got it pumped up, carb is full of gas, we got the choke on. Let's see what happens. Give it a little throttle. All right, we have water peeing. Look at that. Come on. See if we can get it warmed up a little bit. It's nice and quiet. Huh. It wants the choke to be on. So I have to turn the choke on for it to stay running. And then it starts to stall after a while. I push the choke in and it stops stalling. Richening the oil, the mixture screw a little bit there. See if that helps. All right, I have her idling real nice now. She goes back to idle nice. Everything seems okay tuning wise, so see if she'll shut off with this. Nope. She won't shut off with her cutoff switch, so that's not working, so I'm gonna have to fix that. Well, all right, that was a real nice test. It ran really well once I richened the mixtures a tiny bit. And you know, it would idle real nice. It would rev up, it would go into gear, and it sat here idling for 10 minutes. I kept checking the head temperature, it was good. And so the cooling system's working and no fuel is leaking. So I think now what we have to do is address this elephant in the room, clean everything up, and then we'll put her for sale and see what we can get.